You know what I mean? I kind of like that. Like, I like that I grew up, like, in my early 20s without the internet. Is there anyone in their early 20s here? Couple of people. So you'll never know what it was like to not have the internet. You'll never know what it was like to feel fucking really stupid. We all feel stupid sometimes, but just to feel stupid and then not know why. Someone asks you the question, you're like, you just have to go, I don't know. Can you find out? No. Unless there's someone else in the vicinity here now. And there's still someone in this house that knows the answer. We may never know the answer. And then you just had to guess and take people's words for stuff. Actually, I have the answer. All right. And they'd say stuff like, that's what they say. And you'd have to believe that was a stock thing. That's what they say. And I'm glad, right? I'll give you an example. One year on Good Friday, about 19 years ago, right? Good Friday. Me and my friend Brendan got so drunk, right? Do you remember on Good Friday, the pubs in Ireland used to close? On behalf of Jesus. And then people were booking flights and going nowhere. Just so they could have a pint in the airport, you know? We didn't take it very well. But I used to like Good Friday because I got more drunk on Good Friday than any other day, you know? I absolutely loved it. But me and my friend, this is an example, about 19 years ago, me and my friend got so drunk on Good Friday, right? We convinced ourselves throughout the day, we were like, Jesus, the balls is nowhere open, isn't it? Good Friday, boy. I'd love to go out. And then we started going, yeah, but like, what about tonight? As soon as it's gone midnight, it's actually technically Saturday. So it can't be Good Friday on Saturday. And the nightclubs normally only open at 11:30 anyway, so obviously all the nightclubs in town are going to open tonight at 12:05, because it can't be Good Friday anymore because it's Saturday. So you see, we couldn't check that. This logic that we came up with. So me and my friend got ready. That's the only way to check. Got a taxi to town. I have never made a taxi driver laugh that hard in my life. Where are you going, boys? We're going to town. It's Good Friday, you know that, don't you? For about another 15 minutes, yeah, drive on there, will you? And my buddy was like, it's actually 20 to. That was another thing about back in the day. In this room right now, every one of us has the same time on us, down to a second, because we all have smartphones. Most of us have the same exact second. Back then, what I'm talking about, hardly anybody had the time on them. Ever. Nobody, and I mean nobody, had the same time. We're all going around with different time. It was very dangerous in Cork. You couldn't ask somebody to time. You're taking your life into your hands, telling someone the time, not a hope. Massive arguments about it. Sorry, do you have the time there? Say 5 to 2. Someone else would butt in, it's actually fucking 2 o'clock. All right, boys, calm down. It's actually 2 o'clock. My watch is set by Sky News. Your mam's a whore. Big fight then. Calm down, boys, calm down. It's only the time, like. Calm down. Do you remember that? Daylight savings, you know when the clocks went back and forward. My mum wouldn't even leave me in town. Not on them days, no way. Too dangerous. They'd be killing each other tonight, boy. No. Take them a couple of days now to get used to the new time. No, there'd be murder tonight. They'll all arrange it, like. They'll all be meeting up. 2 big gangs arranging it, like, you know. Having a big fight. The only lucky thing was now they never met at the same time. That was the only saving grace, like. Me and my friend got out of the car on Good Friday, right? Undeterred to the fact that Cork City looked like a ghost town. We're just wondering where we're going to go. Where'll we go? And we're torn between 2 nightclubs that no longer exist, right? A place called Mangan's and a place called Cubans. Yeah, we went for Mangan's. We were a little bit younger. We said we go to Mangan's. We walked down to Mangan's. Me and my friend walked down to Mangan's. We walked down a lane. We're standing outside a clearly closed building. Shutters down. We're expecting this place to fling open in about 7 minutes like a fucking reverse Cinderella. Ba-ding, come on in, come on in. Come on in, lads. I'd love to say we were the only fellas that tick on Good Friday. We must have been in the queue about 2 or 3 minutes. Another couple of fellas walked down. All right, boys, you have the time. Don't tell him. Don't tell him nothing. Hide your watch, I don't want to fight. We were in the queue for about 15 minutes, lads, right? We were in the queue for about 15 minutes. And then I started to sober up a small bit. I started to think, geez, I don't know, it's Good Friday. It probably does carry into Saturday now that I think about it. And then something beautiful happened. One of the other fellas in the queue went, will we try Cubans? And that's what we did, all of us. Walked over to another closed building. And me and my friend were too embarrassed to get a taxi home because the taxi driver laughed so much on the way in. We were walking around Cork City for ages. And then we found a bike, right? Now this bike had been broken off a pole, right? And so it was broke, they snapped the lock, but obviously they got interrupted and they ran away. So me and my buddy were standing there judging these people that were trying to rob. Look at that, la, you can't have anything. Poor fuckers trying to rob the bike. They'll be back for that, you know. We should take it. So they don't get it. And we cycled the bike home to his house. Did you ever wake up the next morning and go, nah, there's no fuck. Do you know what I mean? I woke up on his couch and spots of the night before were revealing themselves to me. I was like, nah, there's no way we went to town on Good Friday. And oh, Jesus Christ, there was a bicycle in the front room. We did something anyway. My friend came down the stairs. I was like, I can't believe we went to town last night. He said, don't worry about it, Chris, don't worry about it. I said, how could we be so stupid to think everything would open at 12:15? Even if it did, Chris, even if every pub in Cork and nightclub is open, we wouldn't have got in anywhere because we were demented. I was like, oh yeah, drinking since 10 o'clock yesterday morning, yeah, to be fair. Another spot of the night revealed itself to me. My buddy got out of the taxi, right? He used to wear like bootcut jeans, remember? A pair of bootcut jeans on him, and there was a bit of denim kind of snagging off here on the ground. And I just remember my buddy saying, step on that there, will you? And I stepped on the little bit of denim, and he tried to kick it off. And it just ripped right up to his arse, you know? And I was like, you wouldn't even notice. It'll be all right, just stay facing him.